I'm having a baby with somebody else. So what? That happens. It's life. Let me tell you something.
No one is ready for the level of drama that's unfolding in the Cardi B and Offset saga right now. And trust me, you're going to want to wait and watch this clip to see exactly what's going on, because the tea is piping hot. Before we even get deep into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the Gossip Culture family, where we deliver the juiciest celebrity news, the scandals, and the secrets they don't want you to know.
Yes, I'm having a baby with somebody else. So what? That happens. It's life. Let me tell you something. I did things the correct way the first time. I fell in love. I got 2 rings in my finger. I lasted 7 years. 7 years that I didn't have to last with somebody with. I lasted 7 years in a marriage. Stop saying, oh, but you're still married. No, I'm legally separated. The only reason why I'm still married is because somebody wants me to pay for the taxes. Y'all want to know the tea? The only way I could get out of my marriage if I pay for somebody else's taxes, even though I pay for my own, and give them one of my properties. I'm fighting for that. I'm gonna fight for that. This is not no love and like I said, I'm not gonna stop living my life because on a contract, I'm practically still married because somebody want to hold me hostage if I don't give them millions of dollars to get out of it.
So here's the setup. Cardi B, the Grammy-winning rapper, the Bronx superstar, the unapologetic queen of say it how it is officially pregnant with her 4th child. But this time, it's with her boyfriend, NFL star Stefon Diggs. It should be a time of joy, new beginnings, and happy family planning. But instead, the storm cloud of her estranged husband Offset is looming over everything. Why? Because their divorce, which fans thought would be a clean break, has turned into an all-out battlefield. Cardi revealed that Offset is allegedly dragging his feet on signing the papers, and the reason why is jaw-dropping. According to Cardi, Offset wants more than just closure. He allegedly wants one of her properties, yes, her hard-earned property. And on top of that, he wants her to take care of his lingering tax bills. Cardi, in her true raw fashion, responded with the now viral line, "Is you cool?" That's not just shade. That's a woman standing up for herself. Think about it. Cardi built her empire from scratch. From reality TV to chart-topping records, brand deals, and sold-out tours, this woman worked for every dollar she owns. And now, as she's preparing to welcome a child with Stefon, she's being forced to deal with a man who allegedly wants to walk away with not just her heart, but her house, her property, and her financial peace. Fans are furious. Social media lit up instantly after Cardi made this revelation, with many accusing Offset of trying to cash out on his ex-wife's success. One fan wrote, "He cheated, he lost her, and now he wants her money? Nah, this is wild." Another added, "This is why she calls herself Am I the Drama? Because the drama literally follows her everywhere." But here's where it gets even messier. Offset and Cardi's divorce has been brewing for months, and while most people thought the paperwork was just a formality, it's clear now why the process has dragged on. Offset isn't just resisting. He's allegedly bargaining. And Cardi isn't backing down. In fact, she's making it crystal clear that she's not willing to give up what she worked so hard to achieve, especially not to a man she claims disrespected her trust repeatedly during their marriage. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs has stepped into the picture as a pillar of calm, support, and stability. Fans say that Stefon is everything Offset wasn't: attentive, encouraging, and fully present in Cardi's journey. When Cardi revealed Offset's demands, many pointed out the contrast between the men in her life. Offset allegedly pulling her down, while Stefon seems to be lifting her up. So now the big question looms. Will Offset actually sign the papers if Cardi refuses his demands? Or will this messy tug-of-war continue as Cardi moves forward with her pregnancy and career? The answer may surprise you, and we'll break it down step by step. But before we move on, let me ask you this. Do you think Offset is genuinely trying to protect his interests? Or is he simply trying to take advantage of Cardi B's success one last time? Now let's get into the heart of the storm. Because Offset's alleged demands aren't just shocking, They're painting a picture of a man who knows exactly how to stir the pot. According to insiders close to Cardi, the reason Offset wants one of her properties isn't because he needs a place to live. No. He has his own homes. The issue is deeper. He allegedly wants that specific property because it's tied to Cardi's brand, her identity, her empire. It's a power move, and fans are calling it manipulative. Think about it for a second. When couples divorce, property battles are messy but often logical. Shared homes, joint assets, family investments. But Offset asking for a house that Cardi purchased on her own, with her own money, hits different. This isn't just property, this is legacy. And Cardi isn't about to hand over the keys to her success, especially not after years of dealing with cheating rumors and public humiliation. Now, about those taxes. Cardi spilled that Offset wants her to cover his outstanding tax bills, and the reaction from fans was instant disbelief. People couldn't wrap their heads around it. Cardi, who's built her own financial empire, is expected to clean up his financial mess. The internet dragged him hard. Memes flooded timelines with people writing captions like, "Offset must think Cardi is the IRS," and "Imagine cheating, losing your wife, and then asking her to pay your bills." The shade was relentless. Cardi herself didn't hold back either. She went live, speaking candidly about the frustration of being stuck in a legal battle that should have ended months ago. Her energy was raw, almost exhausted, but fiery at the same time. She admitted it's tough balancing the excitement of being pregnant with Stefon Diggs, while also being tied up in legal fights with Offset. It's like having one foot in a beautiful new chapter, and the other chained to the past. Fans immediately empathized with her. They've watched Cardi evolve from a girl hustling in the Bronx to a global icon. They've seen her weather public betrayals, musical rivalries, and now this divorce drama. Many are saying this is her final test before truly stepping into a new life with Stefon Diggs. But it's also tearing her apart emotionally. Sources close to Cardi say she's angry. Yes, but also deeply hurt. Because at the end of the day, Offset isn't just a random man off the street. He's the father of her children. He's the man she once stood beside at award shows. The man she defended against critics. The man she shared her world with. For him to allegedly make these kinds of demands feels like betrayal stacked on top of betrayal. And here's the kicker. Offset hasn't publicly denied Cardi's claims yet. That silence is fueling even more speculation. Some fans believe he's negotiating behind the scenes. Others think he doesn't want to make things worse in the public eye. But either way, the silence speaks volumes. And every day that passes without resolution just adds more gasoline to the fire. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs is standing tall by Cardi's side. He's reportedly telling her to focus on her health, her pregnancy, and her happiness, not on the noise. And that's what fans are clinging to. The idea that Cardi has finally found a partner who lifts her up instead of tearing her down. But can Stefon's support protect her from the legal chaos swirling around her? That remains to be seen. And here's where the story takes a turn. Cardi isn't just fighting for herself. She's fighting for her kid's future. If she gives up her property or pays Offset's debts, it doesn't just weaken her. It potentially weakens the financial security she's building for her children. And that's something Cardi has sworn never to compromise on. During one of her recent live sessions, Cardi didn't just air out the divorce drama. She made it personal. She told Offset directly, without saying his name, "Got all the girls who can cook, but still worried about me. Why?" And the way she said it, you could hear the sting, the hurt, and the sass all wrapped into one. Fans knew instantly. This was shade-served, piping hot. But Cardi wasn't finished. She threw in another bombshell when she revealed that Offset's refusal to sign the divorce papers isn't just about money or property. She hinted that it's about control. That Offset allegedly can't stand the thought of her moving on, being happy, and most importantly, being pregnant with another man's child. And that's where Stefon Diggs enters the picture, turning this messy love triangle into the hottest scandal of the year. Let's be real. Stefon Diggs isn't just any man. He's a high-profile NFL star, with fame, money, and influence of his own. To Cardi, this is more than love. It's proof that she can thrive without Offset, that her value doesn't end with their relationship. And fans noticed, because the glow Cardi has been carrying lately, it's not just from the pregnancy. It's from stepping into a new chapter with a man who isn't dragging her through legal mud. But Offset's camp isn't staying quiet either. Rumors are swirling that his friends are warning him not to let Cardi go so easily. Not because of love, but because of power. Being tied to Cardi B, one of the biggest female rappers in the world, comes with status. And losing her completely means losing that influence. Fans are calling it toxic attachment, and it's leaving everyone wondering, is Offset holding on for love or leverage? And here's where things heat up even more. Cardi threw a subtle but deadly shot when she said, "I ain't even thinking about you. If you want him, you can have him. I moved on." Many fans interpreted this as her final declaration that Offset belongs in her past. But at the same time, her pain is clear. Because when she mentions the divorce, her voice cracks just enough for us to know this isn't all anger. There's sadness, too. Meanwhile, the fan base is divided. Team Cardi is louder than ever, saying Offset is selfish, manipulative, and dragging out a divorce just to keep control. They're praising her for speaking up and not letting him bully her into giving away her house or her money. But Team Offset, though much smaller, is arguing that Cardi's oversharing makes her look bitter, and that Stefon Diggs is just a rebound. The arguments online are brutal, with Twitter threads turning into battlegrounds. And let's not forget the children caught in the middle. Cardi has made it clear that her kids are her #1 priority, no matter how messy things get. She even hinted that she shields them from the drama, making sure they don't feel the chaos between her and Offset. But the truth is, this divorce isn't just a legal battle. It's a fight over legacy, stability, and family peace. Stefon Diggs, for his part, hasn't publicly addressed the situation directly. But actions speak louder than words. He's been spotted holding Cardi's hand in public, attending doctor's appointments, and even whispering encouragement during her interviews. Fans are calling him the calm in the storm. But the million-dollar question is, will his presence only fuel Offset's resistance? By now, you might be asking yourself, if Offset knows Cardi has moved on, why keep fighting? Why drag out the paperwork? Why keep pushing back? Why risk looking like the bitter one? Well, insiders claim that the answer lies in something much deeper: ego, legacy, and the fear of being replaced. Sources close to Offset have whispered that he feels blindsided by how quickly Cardi found happiness with Stefon Diggs. Even though Cardi has been open about their marriage struggles for years, it seems Offset thought she would stick around longer, maybe even hold out hope for reconciliation. But instead, Cardi's glow-up has been public, unapologetic, and unstoppable. She's showing off her bump, smiling bigger than ever, and reminding the world that she doesn't need Offset's last name to shine. And that's exactly what stings. Offset is allegedly telling friends that he's not ready to let go of everything they built together. But fans online are calling him out, saying he's confusing built together with what Cardi built on her own. Cardi herself made it clear when she said, "I worked too hard for my house, my money, my peace. I'm not giving that up for no man." Those words struck a chord across social media, with thousands of fans reposting and celebrating her refusal to be taken advantage of. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs is becoming more than just the new man in Cardi's life. He's becoming a symbol. Fans are calling him the fresh start, the man who walked into the storm without fear. Every time he's photographed with Cardi, it feels like another statement. She's not broken. She's rebuilding. And Offset? Every refusal to sign those papers makes him look like he's clinging to something that's already gone. But here's where it gets tricky. Offset's alleged demands aren't just outrageous, they're strategic. By asking for property and tax coverage, he's essentially testing how much Cardi is willing to sacrifice for her freedom. It's not about the house itself. It's about control. It's about watching Cardi squirm. And according to some reports, Cardi's legal team is furious, calling the demands absurd and deliberately obstructive. And let's not forget the timeline. Cardi is pregnant now. Every month that Offset delays the divorce is another month of stress during a time when she should be focused on health, happiness, and preparing for her new child. Fans are accusing Offset of using the situation to apply pressure, maybe even to remind Cardi that no matter who she's with, she's still legally tied to him. It's messy, it's toxic, and it's leaving everyone wondering, when will this end? Social media has become the courtroom of public opinion. One fan tweeted, "Offset doesn't want Cardi, but he doesn't want anyone else to have her either." Another fan wrote, "Stefon is about to be Cardi's piece, and Offset can't handle it." These reactions are turning the divorce into more than a legal battle. It's a cultural moment, one where people are picking sides, drawing lines, and calling out toxic patterns in relationships. But through it all, Cardi is standing tall. She's laughing in interviews, clapping back on Twitter, and making it crystal clear that she will not be bullied out of her independence. And in a way, that's what makes her such a force. She's turning her pain into power, her heartbreak into headlines, and her struggles into stories that fans can't stop watching unfold. The final act of this story is where everything collides: love, betrayal, freedom, and the price of moving on. Cardi B has made one thing crystal clear: she is not backing down. She's not caving in to Offset's demands. She's not giving up her hard-earned empire, and she's not letting anyone rewrite her story. In one of her latest live streams, Cardi told fans directly, "You don't gotta like me, but you're gonna respect me. I worked too hard for what I got, and no man is taking that from me. Period." The conviction in her voice was undeniable. You could almost feel the frustration, but also the determination. The kind of fire that built her career from the Bronx to global stages. Offset, on the other hand, is playing a dangerous game. By dragging out this divorce, he risks turning himself into the villain of a story where Cardi is clearly the heroine. Every headline about his refusal to sign, every article about his outrageous demands, and every fan tweet calling him bitter only makes him look worse. And the longer this plays out, the more Cardi shines by contrast. And then there's Stefon Diggs, the unexpected player in this drama. His presence changes everything. Cardi isn't just walking away from Offset, she's walking toward a new life, a new love, and a new beginning. Fans have noticed how different she looks when she's with Stefon. Lighter, happier, more at peace. That's powerful imagery, especially when compared to the chaos of her marriage to Offset. But the future isn't just about romance. It's about motherhood, legacy, and control. Cardi is preparing to welcome a baby with Stefon, and the symbolism couldn't be stronger. While Offset tries to hold her back with demands and delays, Cardi is literally creating new life, moving forward in the most profound way possible. It's poetic, it's symbolic, and it's why so many fans are rallying behind her right now. Social media is buzzing with support. One fan posted, "Offset thought he could break her, but Cardi is unbreakable. She's about to raise another child and show all of us what resilience looks like." Another wrote, "She built herself from nothing. Why would she hand that over to a man who never respected it?" The energy is overwhelmingly in her favor, and it's only pushing the narrative further into her corner. The legal system may move slow, but the court of public opinion is already decided. Offset's demands for property and tax coverage are seen as desperate. Cardi's refusal is seen as strength. And Stefon's role is seen as love and light in a dark chapter. This isn't just gossip anymore. It's a full-blown cultural conversation about independence, ownership, and refusing to be controlled. And yet the cliffhanger remains. When will this divorce finally be over? Will Offset eventually cave, realizing the damage to his reputation is only getting worse? Or will Cardi be forced to fight him tooth and nail until the very end? Fans are already predicting the showdown will get uglier before it gets better. But if there's one thing they know for sure, it's that Cardi will not fold. As we close this chapter, one truth stands tall. Cardi B has turned her pain into power once again. Offset may have tried to control the story, but Cardi flipped the script. She's walking into her future with her head high, her freedom in sight, and her happiness no longer negotiable. So stay tuned, because if Cardi has proven anything, it's that her story is never predictable, and the next headline is always just around the corner.